Hare Krishna, everyone. First of all, we'd like to give a warm welcome back to Maharaj and Guruma from their travels.
We've been missing them a lot over the course of Kartik, and we're really excited to hear about their trip. So that's what the game's going to be today. It's going to be an interview style to learn more about their trip and how their time was in India.
The first question is, so either of you can answer. You can share it between yourselves however you'd like to. The first question is, what was a favorite place you visited?
I had only been to Jaipur once before, and so we went to Jaipur, and we went to 4 different temples in Jaipur, and that was really quite nice. But I have to say, we also went to Puṇe and saw some of the ISV devotees, and that was really nice too.
My favorite place was, well, it's hard to choose, but we went to Karauli. I'd been to Jaipur several times, maybe 5, but we usually went there. We'd usually go there, we'd drive the whole distance there just to go to the Mangalartik, and then we'd go home. And almost every time I was in Jaipur, somebody would say, do you want to go see Madan Mohan temple? I say, yeah. We have to go to Karauli. Great. How long will it take? An extra 7 hours. We'll all do it next time. But this time we decided that we'd leave early in the morning and go to Karauli. Only thing was, it was the day before Diwali. And everyone told us on the way there, in fact, Devavrata had gone there, and I think Kanagopal, they had both stopped there on the way to Jaipur. They said, oh, it's so quiet and serene there. And when we got there, it was uproariously packed with people celebrating, going to, getting ready for Diwali. And all the streets were closed, so couldn't even get there on a rickshaw, so we had to take back streets. But it was well worth it. It was an exhilarating experience to see Radha Madan Mohan there in Karauli. And it was a favorite place.
The next question we have was, what was your biggest takeaway from the Chaitanya Caritamrita readings?
A couple of takeaways from me. How important it is to read with other devotees and be able to read and discuss what we read and Srila Prabhupada's purports, and how deep the Chaitanya Caritamrita is, and how deep Srila Prabhupada's purports are, and that Prabhupada didn't just give us the ABCs. He said everything, I've given you everything in my books, and he has. It's just up to us to come to the level to be able to understand it.
I have been remembering the conversation between Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy, and how they're described as miners, and they were mining the topic of the various stages of devotional service, and how that conversation, through that conversation, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave the complete teachings of Bhakti Yoga. So that's quite memorable part.
What was something unexpected that happened on the trip?
Everything's always unexpected. As going on parikram, You never know who's going to be there. And one thing that was unexpected was that when we went to first we went to Brahmanda, where the pastime took place, where Yashoda looked into Krishna's mouth because the cowherd boys accused him of eating dirt. And then when Yashoda brought him into court and said, they're complaining you ate dirt, she said, even Balaram said you did it. And Krishna said, they're lying. They're just conspiring against me. So she looked in his mouth. So that's the place, Brahmanda. It's one of the most beautiful places in Vrindavan because it's right on the Jamuna. It's also, you can feel the breezes coming from the Jamuna there. And it's a place where Prabhupada visited also. But what we didn't expect was we were going back to Ramanreti, which is only a few miles away. We didn't expect that it would take an hour and a half to get there. Because the traffic was so intense in Vrindavan, partly because there's a mixture of conveyances. There's buses and cars, and they're going on tiny little roads. So it was amazing that it took an hour and a half to go from Brahmanda. 2 miles, it took an hour and a half to get there, to Ramanreti. That was unexpected.
Was there anyone you got to reconnect with after a long time?
Devotees in Puṇe, some of them we hadn't seen in a few years, and that was a really, really sweet visit. We stayed with Damodar Vansithari and his family, and that was really nice. And then we visited Venu Gita's home, and Pavana Sarovara and Sringar Rasa. We went to their home. Some of you, their Prabhu's disciples, you may have contacted him during COVID. He's an expert in COVID. So it was really nice to connect with those devotees again after so long.
Also, the flat we stay in at the MVT is right next to where Madhava, the Kirtaniya, lives. And he invited us to come over to see his place, and we found out that he was a carpenter for 10 years. And he's also has an eye for design. He's a designer and a colorist. So, well, you know how he dresses and everything, right? He's very put together. And his apartment was extremely well designed, and the aesthetic was impressive also. That was unexpected. No, I mean, I didn't expect it to be, the opportunity was unexpected.
The next question is, what was one of your favorite meals you had?
Well, for a while, the only meal we had was dosa. Because I like dosa so much. But all different kinds of dosa. But then we realized that, because I had said dosa, everywhere we went we had dosa. The prasadam was fantastic everywhere we went.
It was really, it kept us healthy too. It was really nice. The prasadam that they make at the Govardhan Āśram is very simple but quite delicious. Hard to pick one.
What is that they make in Eco Village? They grind up flax. In the Govardhan Eco Village, they make, they grind flax. You know what flax is? It's got omega 3. It's high in omega 3. It's very healthy. But the brahmacharis some of the brahmacharis eat it. It's fantastic. I think we should make flax meal here. Because it's really important to have omega-3.
So now we'll open it up to audience questions. Okay, we see Manjula Kantamachji already has her hand raised.
Gurudev, everybody has this one place that's very dear to them, and we don't realize it till we close our eyes. When you think of Vrindavan and you close your eyes, where does it take you?
Imlitalā.
Jai.
And that morning, whenever we go out to see the temples in Vrindavan, when we're on parikram there, and we go in that early morning part, just so we're on Madan Mohan temple, that area right behind where the deity is, it's a big patio area. And this, when the sun's coming up then, and that iconic figure of the Madan Mohan temple, and then the sun coming up and all the devotees there just in Vrindavan together, that plus Imlitalā. The last few years when we've been at Imlitalā, that's the place where Lord Chaitanya used to chant japa, and also Lord Krishna had gone there during the Rasa Leela, pining for Srimati Radharani, and then he changed into a golden color, precursor to Lord Chaitanya coming. We have fantastic kirtans there. It didn't happen this year, but 2 years in a row before that, as when the kirtan got going, then the cow came in.
Yes.
and just joined the kirtan. And it was completely packed, and then it's chaos because the cow's walking through. And it doesn't get more festive than that, I don't think.
Jai. Thank you, Gurudev.
When you close your eyes and you think of Vrindavan.
I'm at, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm in Srila Prabhupada's Samadhi chanting japa.
Haribo.
Next, we'll ask Gopal. He's in the back. If you could pass him the mic.
Where's Gopal? Hey, Gopal. Hare Krishna. Congratulations to Nirakuka for your engagement.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
I saw your mom and dad yesterday too.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Seeking your blessings, if I can have them. I just wanted to ask, how do you, I'm sure on like this extended yatra like you guys do, there's some days where you get fatigued. I mean, maybe you guys just don't get fatigued, but at least for me, how do you deal with that on a day-to-day basis? Because if you have an intense schedule, like you're going for Mangal Aartis at various places and things, how do you maintain absorption while dealing with fatigue? It's a very simple question, but it's something I'll definitely struggle with when I'm in the Dham. So,
On parikram?
yeah, doing parikram or just generally like an intense yatra schedule that you guys are doing.
Did we get tired?
Well, we took rest early, so we took rest at a decent hour, and that really helped. It was the heat when we first got there. It was really hot, and that was a little fatiguing. But other than that, we got good rest at night because we went to bed early enough that we got solid sleep. At least
It's
I
very
did.
absorbing, the whole environment, the schedule and the kirtans. And in Govardhan, every day the readings with the devotees. So even the heat, it's sort of, although it's intense, we were just so busy doing what we were doing. I just noticed with the devotees, sometimes in the room that we read in Govardhan, because it's a little remote, and sometimes the electricity goes out, and sometimes the auxiliary electricity goes out. And I noticed the devotees, if I looked up, sometimes they were profusely perspiring during those times when the fans went off. But no one flinched, because everyone was hearing and chanting. I was just thinking, this is how you achieve equanimity, as you stay engaged. So whether hot, cold, and or fatigued, there's always something blissful to do.
Thank you, Maharaj.
There you go.
Okay, we'll do. Yeah. Okay, kids. Gita Priya, go ahead.
Maharaj, I had this question about the cows. What was your favorite time you had with the cows at Govardhan?
My favorite time was during our cow break. And they always bring me a big bag of bananas to feed the cows. But my favorite cow this time was a little blind bull. Is it a bull or a cow? The blind one. Is it a cow? She's a tiny little cow, but she's blind. And mixed in with all the other little calves. And I took a real liking to that blind cow. So sweet. And the really small cows, although I give bananas to the bigger cows, you just give the whole banana. I mean, years ago when I first started, I was feeding the cows bananas, I was peeling them, and the Gwalar came over and he said, "No, you don't peel it, you know." But for the little cows, you have to peel it, and I hold it in my palm, you know, and they lick your palm and everything. And it's just such a nice connection to the cows to go out and spend a little time with them. Prabhupada writes in the Bhagavatam about how it defies human reason how by associating with the cows that you can derive all the spiritual qualities.
Here we go. We're going to take our last question. Any of the kids in the front?
I have the mic, so. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, welcome back. So nice to see you back. It's a kid's question. So when you are in Vrindavan, do you miss ISV more, or when you are in ISV, do you miss Vrindavan more?
Like the mommy or the daddy?
We always miss ISV more, wherever we go. And as Nirākulā mentioned, we saw a lot of the devotees from ISV, and we just realized some devotees have moved to India, but sometimes it seems nowadays we see the devotees who live in India more than we see everyone here, because we go for the yatras, and our heart is always here, and it's grounding to know that we can come back. And it's especially uplifting as we look in and watch how all the programs are going on. We saw how the devotees, you could see, of course, 24/7, how the results from all the Sankirtan teams are coming in. Then we could watch the programs, and I saw also how Youth Jam went on, and Japa Jolt on Wednesdays. Everything continued, and that gave us such a nice feeling of not being there, but seeing everything happening and continuing. Hare Krishna.
Okay, we're going to do 3 more questions to end off. Okay, first, Halayuda Kripa.
Hare Krishna Maharaj and Guru Ma. One question I always had is, usually when people travel, they want to go to fresh places to experience new things. We know in spirituality, it's not that same philosophy. However, how do you retain the freshness of going to the same dhams again and again, and how do you not take it for granted each time you go?
Well, they're unlimited. For years, I just stayed at Govardhan for Kartik, and I'd walk around the hill, and I knew several places there that I frequent. But then when I started getting involved with Divyanam Prabhu, who's the most excellent salesperson in the world, every year he gets another day out of us extra. But it's almost like a wild ride when you join his Yatra in Vrindavan or anywhere else, because he packs in so many places. And I started relishing going to all these off-the-beat places that I hadn't been before because I mostly stayed in one place. But Vrindavan's sweet, Govardhan's sweet, and if you stay in one place and you just hear and chant, you start feeling the sweetness of the place, and you don't want to leave. But then when you do leave, you find out the other places are sweet too. So then you want to keep moving. So like Prabhupada said about his books, somebody asked Prabhupada about reading his books, and he said, you can open anywhere. And he said, it's like a sugar candy. Anywhere you taste it, it's sweet. But I do enjoy the variety now, since I spent so much time just staying in one place. Hare Krishna.
You know, one of the things I learned from Prabhu was going to the same places every day. Well, not every day. Every yatra is that you can really develop a relationship. You know, you're not just sightseeing. You're developing a relationship with that part of the Dham. And you may not feel it in the moment when you're there, but when you keep going back, it's there in the heart.
Okay. Are we done? One more? Okay.
Oh, when you went there, did you see any monkeys?
All the monkeys are gone. I don't know where they went. No, we saw a lot of monkeys. In Vrindavan especially, it's very noticeable because you have to take your glasses off and make sure you're not holding a bag haphazardly, because they'll snatch them. They snatch your glasses, they'll snatch the bags. So it adds an extra element of excitement anywhere in Vrindavan. Whereas at Govardhan, although there's monkeys, they haven't learned that trick yet. They're not merchants like that, where they steal them and try to trade them back for biscuits and stuff.
Vaisesika, do you like India or ISV?
I like ISV. And a lot of it's because you're here.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, so would you rather live in Vrindavan or live in like America here?
Well, once in Mayapur, Prabhupada used to ask all of his disciples to come to meet him in Mayapur and Vrindavan every year. And we would go there on a chartered plane, so it was all devotees. Pick up the devotees here on the West Coast and then stop in New York, pick up the devotees in New York, and then we'd make one stop for refueling in Kuwait. And then it would land at Dum Dum Airport in Calcutta. Any case, that was a time when everyone got to spend a little time with Prabhupada. And we were in his room in Mayapur. He was speaking to us all. And then it was time to go. We were leaving, and one of my godbrothers, who is expert at such things, managed to be the last one out of the room. But he didn't leave. He went back to ask Prabhupada a question. And he asked Prabhupada, should I live in the Dham or should I go back to America? And Prabhupada said that America is for preaching or for sense gratification, which meant that if you have some service here, it's good to be here. And my godbrother got his answer, because Prabhupada valued very much coming to America, which he did himself, of course, and having us all come back here to teach Krishna consciousness to others. So because there's such an opportunity here to teach Krishna consciousness in Silicon Valley, I like being in America, because Prabhupada came here. But I also like going back to Vrindavan, because then I have some special feeling that I can bring back when I come to America. So it's nice to have both and have a balance. Which one do you like?
So I think I would like America, because India is kind of hot in the summer.
Okay. Well, that's lucky for us.
Haribol. We will now conclude the question and answers. Thank you, Guru Maharaj and Guru Ma, for giving us some insight into your Yatra experience. And we hope we can hear more about your future Yatras as you continue to travel and come back to ISV. So, can we...
hope to see you there. Haribol.
And thank you, everyone, for your very creative questions. I hope we found some insights that we could take away. And now we will move on to the next part of the program.